Welcome back and happy May to you. Even though the world as we knew it has pretty much stopped or changed in these past couple months during this quarantine, things here on the Miller farm have not stopped. I've heard a lot of people talk about how cooped up they feel and bored and all this. Well, bored is not a word that's ever been in my vocabulary. I've always found a way to keep myself busy and keep myself working. And on this property, there's plenty of work to be done. Always. This cute little baby horse boy was born on April 9th by the people who board their horses here. Such a surprise that morning, a beautiful baby boy born right in the midst of all the coronavirus craziness. During a time when things were kind of sad and down, it really brightened our spirits. So here in our part of Nashville, the quarantine and time of social distancing is slowly lifting in phases. The weather is getting much warmer. There's lots of exciting things like these beautiful eggs and nests all over the yard. In 2019, we unfortunately lost some of these emerald green arborvitae trees that we planted. Not sure if it was just a tree fungus or something weird like that. Not sure what it was. But anyway, here we are digging the holes to plant. We planted about 8 new trees here. Then my husband came home and surprised me with some more trees. I'm not sure the names of all these trees, but we got straight to work and planted these. Then over here, Gary, my husband, went ahead and got some, I believe these are blueberry bushes, and then some raspberry bushes. So I helped him plant the raspberry bushes and he planted the blueberry bushes. So we will see how these turn out. Wish us luck. And we also got the pasture bush hogged. Grass planting will be next. And then here we are experimenting with a vegetable garden. We will see how that turns out. So fingers crossed that we get something out of that garden this year. On this side of our property, we had a lot of dead trees, branches, sticks. I mean, it was just a mess. So Gary and I hauled off a few dead trees with the bobcat and a lot of lifting, raking, and pulling around trees over at this section of our yard. We started a few burn piles and burnt a lot of that. So my main focus was cleaning up around the trees, pulling out all the prickers that were wrapping themselves around the trees, and just clean up the ground of old, unnecessary, rotting wood piles, huge sticks and debris that just needed to be cleaned up for a long time now. So this is kind of what it ended up looking like whenever we were finished. And there's still work to be done because we just had another storm. So we will be going back over there to haul off some more. This old pile of rotted wood needed to be moved. And so my husband got on the bobcat and moved it. And so we ended up creating another burn pile and burning all that wood. And my whole main reason behind that was I thought those 2 trees were the perfect spot to hang our swing. And I'm going to be totally honest, I am so proud of my husband for the way that he can work this bobcat. I was definitely shocked by that. I've never seen my husband work a machine quite so well before. I'm very impressed. And so once I saw him do this, I said, we're going to be doing a lot with this bobcat. I think this needs to be something you never get rid of, because as long as we have this property, we're always going to need this bobcat. So with the help of our friend John, we were able to hang this swing. Gary and John hung it so perfectly right between those 2 beautiful trees, and I could not be happier with the way this looks. What a sight down here at this beautiful pond. Oh, loving it. My goal was just to pick up sticks wherever I could find them, and boy, when you got a lot of trees, you got a lot of sticks. So you could pick up sticks and never stop picking up sticks. So I decided to take it in little sections. So I decided to start with just a little small area since I had lots of other work to do. I went up there to the right and went down this little area and said, okay, I'm going to start there. So that's what I did. And then my goal is to come all the way across this whole area of woods eventually, maybe by the end of the summer or something, and just get all the sticks and all the debris. When this quarantine first began, I just wanted to get outside and get some yard work done, so I started by weeding my landscaping and just digging in and getting my hands dirty. I planted these candy tough little white flowers. I loved these ones we planted years ago so much that I just wanted to plant them everywhere. So I did. If you look back at my house tour, you'll see where this brick was not white, it was just brick color. And I finally got around to painting that white, and I love the way it turned out. I thought, while I'm painting everything else, I might as well just go ahead and dig into this one room that I was going to say, okay, I can handle this. It's just a closet. I can paint it. It's not too overwhelming. I can do this. Well, by the time I got done with the taping, I was ready to pull every last hair out of my head. So I needed a little break in between, so I took a day. And then I just went for it. I wanted to paint this a bright, fun blue, different from the rest of the house, which is white. Just because it's my closet and I wanted it to be like a big sky or ocean. What motivated me the most was knowing that I'm having shelves built for this closet. Our friend John helped me out with the measurements, and then our friend Andrew built these beautiful shelves. So while I was painting that, he was working on that. I really can't believe that I'm going to have some beautiful shelves to go in my closet. This has been something I've been wanting for many years, and I've made do with beautiful furniture in this closet, and it's worked out very well for me. I even told my husband I'd just, get a shelf off Facebook Marketplace, but he said, no, let's go ahead and build the shelves, get it done the right way. This is the room before the shelves. And then Andrew packed him up in his truck and he brought him over to our house.
So we got the first shelf here. This is gonna go in the closet, and it's just that little skinny piece. And then they're bringing in the next shelf here in a minute. This is the Mac Daddy. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So they just unloaded the shelves into the closet, and I just kind of threw this stuff in there. But I will show you the finished product once I paint the shelves and then the shelves are installed, once I get the whole closet put together in the next vlog.
So behind me, I'm moving this ugly white shelf. It was right there in that corner, and I'm moving it out, and then I'm gonna move this piece of furniture over here to this side. I love those sliders. You gotta have sliders if you move furniture. Super sliders, get them at Lowe's or Home Depot. They're wonderful. You could do everything on your own. I'm gonna move this ugly white shelf out. I'm gonna move it out to the music room. But first I'm gonna use my sliders and put these down first. This thing's heavier than the last thing. Hard to believe because it's a lot smaller. Move this out. I'm just gonna put it out the door and let the guys get it from here whenever they come up from fishing. This was nice and light because I took the marble piece off at the top.
I've got to put the handles on these drawers, and here's my desk looking out into the yard, and I've got this little baker's rack back here kind of as the focal point. I got this table off Facebook Marketplace, and it needs chairs and a little round rug. This rug is just working temporarily. And then I moved that other piece of furniture where I store all my papers to this side of the room. I'm really liking the way it feels in here now. I definitely got behind on cleaning the roof, and there are so many leaves still up here. I cannot believe I've let it get this bad, but it just happened. Gary and John built these beautiful boxes for some more emerald green arborvitae trees to go into over at this side of the yard because the ground was full of roots and rocks. I believe it was more roots, and so we wanted a couple little trees here for privacy. So I just love the way those turned out. They did so good. it was time for some fun work, and so I planted these flowers finally. They were almost dying before I finally got around to planting them. But they're looking pretty good now after the storm we had. And it's been one sunny day, one rainy day, so we've had a lot of mixed up weather. And this is what we had left over after the storm. A couple branches fell off the tree. No big thing, just a little bit of some branches and stuff to clean up. So there I was with my blower, ready to clean up again. So the concrete got a little stained, but I got it all cleaned up, and I ended up with this pile over here at the end that I just scooped up and brought down to the field to be burned. We're doing a lot of burning here lately with all the branches and stuff, so that will continue. Thank you so much for coming along with me, and hopefully that gave you a little bit of inspiration to get some yard work done or something done around the house. And if you would, please subscribe. Thank you so much to those of you who have. And I hope you have a great day.